Hello? Somebody? Anybody?
Hello, young Joey. Do not worry. I brought you here to teach you of the history of one of humanity's greatest inventions, the computer.
Huh?
Computer.
Okay. Where are we going first?
First, we're going to travel to London in 1832.
Why?
That's where and when Charles Babbage unknowingly made the first computer, which was amazing at the time, but not uncommon, as he made all kinds of wacky things. Watch, there he is now.
The Englishman Charles Babbage is considered a father of the computer for first coming up with the concept of a programmable computational machine that, while mechanical and unwieldy, had the basic architecture of a modern computer, an idea born out of his work on increasing the productivity of labor. His book, On the Economy of Machinery and Manufacturers, was influential and included what's now known as the Babbage Principle, which pointed out the advantages of those businesses that adopted a method for dividing labor by assigning only high-skilled tasks to high-cost workers. His data-driven mind also led him into the field of metrology, which is the scientific study of measurement, for which Babbage is also considered a pioneer. He also invented that metal frame that's attached to the front of locomotives that clears the tracks of obstacles, constructed the first dynamometer car used for measuring a train's performance, invented the first ophthalmoscope, allowing a doctor to see inside the eye, and achieved significant results in cryptography, although his achievements in code breaking weren't known until over a century after his death, as they were kept secret by the English military.
So that's how the idea of the computer got kicked off.
Indeed. Next, we'll go to 1942, where we will meet the pioneer of the age, Alan Turing. However, before we go there, here's a few things you should know about Mr. Turing and the time period to which we're going to travel. During this period in the Second World War, under Chancellor Adolf Hitler, Germany was at the height of its power and had created a daunting and seemingly unbreakable code with the machine known as Enigma. Mr. Turing, a young cryptographer and mathematician, was assigned to cracking this code along with his friend, Gordon Welchman. Mr. Turing is now known as the father to the modern computer because after the war, he created a machine with the knowledge that he got from the war, known as the automatic computing engine, which is arguably the forerunner to the modern computer, as it used algorithms.
Why are we here? Didn't you just say he used algorithms for the first time? Why aren't we there?
Shh! Just watch.
It's the greatest encryption device in history, and the Germans use it for all communications.
Everyone thinks Enigma is unbreakable.
Let me try, and we'll know for sure.
Mr. Turing, do you know how many died because of it?
I don't.
3. While we've been having this conversation.
I'm designing a machine that will allow us to break every message, every day, instantly.
Now, let's travel to California in 1977, when two young men built arguably the most important computer of all time, the Apple II.
Oh, sorry. What?
You'll see.
It's more sophisticated, yet less complicated. It's more powerful.
In 1981, in Florida, IBM created the first modern PC. But before we get to that, let's talk about the background for a bit. In 1980, the PC market was being dominated by Apple and Hewlett-Packard. In 1960, IBM had 62% of the market, and in 1980, they had 30%. In addition to this, their stock value was down 22%, and their earnings were at a record low since 1955. Because of this, they had to create something to compete with their rivals, and hence, the birth of the first PC. It was equipped with an Intel 8088 and had a memory of 256 KB, annihilating the Apple II's record. In addition to this, it had one of the best operating systems at the time, the PC-DOS. That's it for the history lesson, but we have one more topic to discuss about, the modern computer. Modern computers run on Microsoft operating systems, Windows 7, 8, or 10. Computers from Apple use Mac OS X. Some computers run on Linux or Unix, the most secure operating systems. They consist of a motherboard, RAM, a graphics card, and a processor, which have developed a lot over the last 30 years and will continue to develop.
Why did you call me here? Why not somebody else?
Because the human race is in the hands of young individuals, such as yourself. All the people who I've showed you started out just like you, some even worse. So be creative, innovative, and never stop pushing the limits. And you could very well be the next Babbage, Jobs, or Turing.